Hey, welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into AI for customer support. We're going to cut right through all that marketing fluff and give you a real strategic guide to the tools that are completely changing the game for businesses and their customers. Okay, let's jump right in. Oh, you know the feeling. We've all been there, right? Stuck in that endless loop, typing the same thing over and over, maybe a little more aggressively each time. You're practically yelling, "Speak to a human," at your laptop, and all you get back is, "Sorry, I didn't understand that." It is just one of the most maddening experiences for sure. But what if I told you that entire experience is about to become a thing of the past? Because the technology has taken this incredible leap forward. So think of this as your guide to understanding that leap and to finding the kind of AI that actually genuinely helps, instead of just creating another problem. So what's the big secret? Well, it's all about the move from old-school keyword bots to brand-new generative AI. You see, keyword bots were pretty basic. They could only match specific words. If you didn't say the magic password, they were useless. But generative AI, it gets the context. It can have a real back-and-forth conversation, kind of like you would with a person. And for businesses, the impact here is just massive. A well-designed AI can deflect anywhere from 30 to 60% of support tickets. Now, what that really means is that up to 60% of customer questions get solved instantly without a human ever getting involved. That frees up your expert agents to tackle the really tricky, complex stuff where they're needed most. All right, so who are the big names out there? Now, instead of just rattling off a boring list, we're going to take a little tour of the market by looking at the key archetypes. The different kinds of tools that are built for very different jobs. And the first major split you'll see is between the tools built for giant corporations and the ones designed for small to medium-sized businesses. On one side, you've got this powerhouse built for incredible complexity and scale, and on the other, you have tools focused on being super easy to use and providing a ton of value. And you can see this split perfectly right here. You've got Zendesk, the enterprise titan. It's built for these huge, complex operations that need support across every channel you can think of, and it's got a price tag to match. Then you've got something like Freshdesk, which offers this fantastic all-in-one help desk for about half the price, making it an amazing choice for teams that need value. Then you've got a totally different kind of player, like Intercom, which are source-picked as their editor's choice. See, Intercom's whole philosophy is different. It doesn't just sit around and wait for you to get stuck. It proactively reaches out to users based on what they're doing, trying to boost sales or just make sure they're having a great experience. And this brings us to another really key strategic choice. What's the actual goal of your bot? Because not all of them are for support. Some are built as sales machines, laser-focused on bringing in revenue. Others are all about pure automation, designed to slash operational costs. We're talking two completely different missions. Just look at Drift versus Ada. Drift starts at a whopping $2,500 a month. Why? Because its job isn't to answer support tickets, it's to find qualified B2B leads and book meetings for your sales team. Its metric is all about revenue. Ada, on the other hand, is an automation specialist. Its one and only goal is to get that ticket deflection rate as high as humanly, or AI-ly possible. Okay, let's shift gears for a second to talk about what is, without a doubt, the single most important thing you have to consider. We can talk about cool features all day long, but if a tool isn't secure, none of it matters. This is the one thing you absolutely cannot ignore. I want to read this quote directly from our source because it just hits the nail on the head. A data breach here is not just a technical problem. It is a fundamental breach of customer trust. Think about it. You're handling your customers' private, sensitive data. Protecting that isn't just a feature, it is your number one job. So how do you actually know if a vendor is secure? Well, you look for proof. You look for these certifications. They are non-negotiable. The big one, the one our source calls mandatory, is SOC 2 Type 2. That proves a company not only has strong security rules, but that they actually follow them. Then you've got global standards like ISO 27001, and of course data privacy laws like GDPR and industry-specific ones like HIPAA. And a key security feature you should always look for is something called PII redaction. PII just stands for personally identifiable information, you know, the sensitive stuff. This tech is basically like a smart magic marker that automatically finds and blacks out things like a credit card number before a support agent can ever see it. It's an absolutely crucial layer of protection.
Now, some companies are taking this idea even further. Take FullView, for example. They've developed a new approach where the PII is redacted automatically right at the pixel level before the data even leaves the customer's browser. Now, this is a total game changer because it means that super sensitive information never even makes it to the vendor's servers in the first place.
Okay, so you've got all these options, all these things to think about. How in the world do you actually choose the right tool for your business? Don't worry, let's walk through a simple, effective playbook for making the right call.
You gotta remember, success here is about way more than just buying some software. First, do your homework, your due diligence. Check those security docs. Second, run a paid time box test, a proof of concept, with your actual use cases. Third, if you're looking at a complex tool, budget for professional services. Let the experts help you set it up right. And finally, really invest in good conversation design so the bot is actually helpful, not just annoying. So to give you a bit of a cheat sheet, here are some top picks lined up with specific business needs. If you're running a small e-commerce shop, a tool like Tidio is probably a perfect fit. If you're a software company focused on getting new users up and running, Intercom is absolutely the way to go. And like we said, if your number one goal is lead gen for B2B sales, Drift was literally built for that job. But even when you pick the right tool, let's be real, things can go wrong. The three biggest traps are a failed implementation, your own team not wanting to use the tool, and of course, a data breach. The good news? You can get ahead of all of them. Worried about a complex setup? Budget for expert help. Worried about adoption? Get your agents involved in the process from day one. And that data breach? Just makes SOC 2 Type 2 a non-negotiable deal breaker. Okay, to wrap things up, let's look ahead. Let's talk about where this is all going. Because honestly, the incredible changes we're seeing right now, they're really just the beginning of a much, much bigger shift. The future is all about moving from chatbots that can simply talk to you to autonomous agents that can actually do things for you. So instead of a bot just telling you how to reset your password, imagine one that could, with your permission, actually complete the process for you. That is a fundamental evolution of what customer support even means. And to make sure these powerful new agents are safe and reliable, a technique called knowledge-based grounding, or RAG, is absolutely essential. Basically, it forces the AI to check its facts against your company's own verified documents before it says a single word. This prevents the AI from hallucinating, just making things up, and ensures every answer is accurate and trustworthy. And that really brings us to the final big idea. As this AI gets more proactive, more capable of taking action, the very nature of support is going to transform. The goal won't be just to answer a question when you ask it. The goal will be to solve your problem before you even knew you had one. And that is the future we're heading towards.